Hey everybody, this is Chad here, and I'm here with a tutorial for importing FBX files into Unity. So here, I just have a basic Unity project, empty. Okay, so I have a prefab folder, weapons, or it's all empty. And then I have a working folder. This is for my group because we have multiple people working on the project, and each person will have their own folder to work within. So here, I created a torpedo folder for this torpedo FBX file. And I'm going to put this file in there. And this blue cube with the white paper is an FBX file. So I'm just going to rename this to torpedo FBX. Now I'm going to drag this FBX file into the scene graph and set the position to 0. Alright, so as you see, this cube here is 1 meter tall, and this torpedo is the size of a dart. Alright, so I want to actually increase the size of that. So go back to my FBX file here, and the scale factor, I'm going to increase that from 1% to 10%, and then you need to apply it. Alright, it's looking good. Now I need to change the material here so it's no longer gray. Alright, so Blend 3, that's actually the FBX texture that, or shader that it's, or material that it's using. Okay, so I'm going to go back in here and modify this and rename it to torpedo material black. Change the shader to bump diffuse. And then here I have my two materials, and I'm going to put them into the folder with the material. So I have my diffuse map and my normal map here. The diffuse map actually has a decent name that you can actually tell what it is. It's the diffuse for the torpedo, and it renders black. And the other one is the normal map, and that has a horrible name. You wouldn't have a clue what it is. Alright, so the way that I want to name my stuff is torpedo. So it's the object first, then the name of the type of map. So diffuse, and black for the color. And if it doesn't have a color, you just do something like this. Torpedo normal. Alright, so now that I got that set up, I'm going to apply these textures into my material and fix my normal map. Alright, so here I want to go and alright, so it's looking good here. Alright, make sure everything looks proper. There's nothing, the normals aren't messed up and whatever else. Now with these textures, you can actually go here. When you click on the texture, and they have texture type, this is where it said fix on the normal map. It wanted me to fix it to change the texture type to normal map. Alright, you have all these options here. Now you can do from grayscale, transparency, wrap mode, filter mode. This aniso is the filtering for when the angle of a texture is too extreme. It tries to compensate. So like here, and then it actually loses a lot of quality at the steeper the angle. So you can increase this aniso filtering, or aniso level, and it will do more passes. It's extremely uses up a ton of resources and power to do that, but it can actually add quality when you need it. So here with the material, if you want to have different diffuse maps, you need to make more materials, and also if you just modify the main color here, you also need different colors or different materials. So here you can just duplicate it, and you could do black, green, other maps. So, and I'll change this green one to be green color, and this black 2 can just be blue. This is actually another one that I got from one of my artists, another diffuse map. I'll just apply that. So you can create, this is still an FBX file, it's not a prefab. So before you make it, or you can make it a prefab here. So go to black, Make sure everything is set up properly. If you use light probes, animation controllers, animations, all your settings, and just drag that into the prefab weapons folder. And there we go, I got my black one. And I'll rename this to blue. And I'm going to apply my blue material to it. Put that into the weapons folder. And last is the green. And I'm going to apply my green material. You can also apply it directly over here to the materials. And this size is the amount of materials you would actually put on it. So I could put blue and then green on top of it, but it always is the last one, unless it's a transparent shader or whatever. Alright, so I'm putting it back to the one, apply green to it again, and drag that into my prefabs. So now I have all three prefabs. I have black, green, and then here goes blue. So, as you can see, each of their own. That is just to ensure that you have, if you have multiple textures, you don't need to switch out textures. You just have to change the material, or you can have different prefabs and whatever you need to do. Alright. And if you want to export these, you just select which one export. Export package. Now, if you would just do these prefabs, it would just send the prefab. It wouldn't have the diffuse maps or normal maps or the materials or even the mesh. So what you have to do is make sure all the dependencies are included. You can of course add extra files and everything. Just export it, save it to wherever you want, and for any project you import it or mail it to anybody else. Alright, and that's about it for this tutorial. If you have any suggestions or requests, let me know and I will get to you as soon as I can. Alright, have a great day.